Hi guys and welcome. So today we gonna have yeah. So we spoke about different mechanisms that we can use to defend our Wi-Fi networks. We spoke about blacklist, we spoke about whitelist, and we spoke about hidden SSIDs. So today we are going just to have a tutorial on how to bypass some hidden SSIDs. So like I told you, this is my MiFi Huawei MiFi router, but the settings might differ according to the vendor of the MiFi or the router that you're using. So in my router, if I come here to WLAN and I come to WLAN basic settings here, I'm going to note that you can see if the security mode blah blah where the wireless static adapter with 802 mode may not be able to access blah 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 blah. So here we got some different securities. So I got this Wi-Fi called Sagacious and it's open, but I'm just gonna turn it to WPA2. Let me just turn to WPA2 like that, and I'm gonna wait. I had put a mark filter here, and I have to fix it. So I just have to disable the mark filtering thing, and then I'm going to apply it. And okay, so now all any device is allowed to connect, and then I come back to my basic settings here, and I'm just gonna change this Wi-Fi to hidden or Wi-Fi like that's Wi-Fi hidden, right, like that. And then I'm just gonna change the security protocols so that it will be quite interesting to that. And just to spoil you, this is the password. So I'm just gonna conceptualize this saying they hid their Wi-Fi network and it also has got a password in it. All right. So here on the SSID broadcast, if you go to disable, you see that my router, it's mine. This is mine, right? It's saying if the SSID broadcast is disabled, you must enter a valid SSID to connect to a Wi-Fi network. For details, see the help, right? So yeah, you can actually go to the help page, manual here. So they just tell you these things, which is just yeah, something like that. It's not much, but yeah, it's just a little bit. So they just tell you that if the SSID is disabled, and yeah, during the process of setting in the WLAN, you can set the SSID being able to facilitate access for clients. After WLAN is set the SSID to disable to improve the security of the WLAN. So you can actually first connect your devices with that Wi-Fi, and then you can disable it later so that other devices can't see, but only the connected ones can. So right, for me, you can see that I'm connected to Sagacious, and even on this PC, I'm connected to Sagacious. But that's not the case. I'm going to change the SSID to Wi-Fi hidden, and I'm going to give it a password. And when I hit apply, right, my router will automatically, yeah, it will automatically reboot, I guess. So let's just have a look. All right, so if I hit apply like that, I don't wanna do that. All right, and if you come here, right, you can actually see that we now have a hidden Wi-Fi. Oh wait, yeah, you can actually see that we have a hidden Wi-Fi, and we are not connected. But wait, but the interesting part is on the laptop you can see there is a hidden network. But on my phone, if you come to the phone, you won't see anything at all. Nothing. You can't even recognize that there's a Wi-Fi around you. And if I come to my Kali Linux here, wait, let's first disconnect that. And oh, it's still probably for Sagashas, but Sagashas is no longer there, man. What are you talking about? Okay, no problem. We now have a hidden Wi-Fi, right? And you can't see it here. It's still seeing Sagashas. I don't know where Sagashas is, but it's seeing Sagashas logged, right? Yeah, something like that. But you can't see the hidden Wi-Fi. But for the Windows PC, it's quite interesting that you can see that there's a hidden network right there. Yeah, which is quite interesting. So I have to connect so that I can go back to manage my router. So here is how you connect. You put your SSID. Wait, so that you can't have some confusions right there. Well, you put your SSID, of which the SSID here is this one, the one I put here, and you can put it right there, and you paste it if you want, and then next, and then just put a wrong password, and then next, and then I say yes, and it's gonna check for the network requirements whatsoever. But you can see now that the Wi-Fi name has been exposed. Did you note that? I put a wrong password, but the reason why it's now exposed is because you attempted with the right SSID name, which is quite interesting right now, right? For the Linux, you couldn't see anything, so it possibly means even if we put a wrong password or we attempt to connect, it will tell us the SSID name. Okay, now let's put the password, right? The real password, which is password. Just gonna hit next, and we are now connected to Wi-Fi hidden, and I can now refresh my page right there. But for my but for my oh but for my phone, I can't see anything, right? I can't see anything on my phone, and it's kind of devastating. Okay, so now let's turn the camera off my phone and let's come to my Kali Linux here, and we're gonna do some magic. So we're gonna open the terminal right there, and there is the terminal. So we're gonna have sudo, and we're gonna split the screen and go su again. So it's gonna be clear the screen, and it's gonna be clear the screen this side too. So first things first, we always want to put our network adapter in monitor mode air morning. Early in the morning, still late at night. My only hope is you. Now the monitor mode is enabled, and what's the next step? The next step is to go arrow dumping Woolen 0. Now we are now looking at the wireless networks around me. So right now you can see that we got this PSID, this power, the backbone, the data, the channel is 5, and the ESSID, which is the Wi-Fi name, is hidden. Well, when it comes to the length is the length here tells you the characters of the Wi-Fi name. So if it is length 11, know that the characters of that hidden Wi-Fi, they are 11. And if it is 0, it means that, we are not sure, but something like, yeah, any range, and possibly it has got some character, some other characters and some numbers maybe, but it's like any range right there. So, so now the only way that we can find the ESSID is to disconnect a client who is connected, and then that client is going to attempt to connect. Well, it's going to attempt to connect because he knows the Wi-Fi name and he knows the password. But as for us, we are just gonna crack the password for the sake of for interest sake. But we are interested in looking at that hidden Wi-Fi. So what we're gonna do right now is we are going to filter this, and we're gonna filter it by channel, which is running on channel 5, and we are going to filter it by the BSID so that we don't get all this woo stuff, these probes from my phone, because my phone is probing, looking for the Wi-Fi network it knows. So it will be probing. Right, and then I'm gonna just paste it. So I'm gonna press enter, right? So I'm waiting patiently, right, to see the devices which are connected on this Wi-Fi, which is, yeah, you just have to be patient a little bit, just to wait. Oh, wait a minute. No, no client at all. Okay, okay. Wait, man, this is taking quite a while. Let's just inject some packets right there. Playing, playing like that. Or let's just have it to probe manually. Oh, it did. I wasn't patient enough, man. That okay. Yeah. So now I can actually see that there is a device connected right there, and you can actually see that device, which is my laptop. So which is quite interesting. So, oh, the interface zero is down. Yeah, I know it's down, but I don't care about that. Oh man, again, I removed this. Wait, let's just do some activities here so that it's recognize it, recognize it again. So let's just wait for it so that we can see some clients on it, if there are any. But yeah, you can, if it's like this, still you can do something. You can do airplane, right? Minus minus to authenticate. Maybe you're gonna have 10 to authentications, and you're going to put the access point, which is that one. Oh man, I didn't put the network adapter. Alright, let's just put the network adapter. Boolean 0, minus minus to authenticate 10, and we wanna authenticate the the access point, like that. So it's going to deauthenticate the access point itself. And as you can see, when you started to deauthenticate the access point itself, oh, the client is now here, but I don't care about that. The Wi-Fi name just popped up, and we can now see that it's Wi-Fi hidden, and now we actually code a WPA handshake. Oh, this is the method that I used to use a lot of time. Like I use it a lot, especially when I was in high school, because I was like, okay, just taking the client again. What if the client is not going to deauthenticate or something else? So I just said to deauthenticate. When you deauthenticate with the dash A alone, You're going to authenticate the router itself. You're going to trigger the router to disconnect all the clients on the network for that time, and then all the clients are going to start reconnecting. I had found a problem that when I would authenticate somebody, some device wouldn't have that tick whereby it says automatically reconnect. So I was like, okay, if I do authenticate everybody, then all those devices are trying to will try to re-authenticate again. So now we know the Wi-Fi name is Wi-Fi hidden, and we can just stop this. And now I want to capture those packets again. So we're just gonna write to Wi-Fi dot cap. Okay, to Wi-Fi like that. So I'm just gonna repeat the cycle and then boom. So that device is going to disconnect, and then it's going to attempt to reconnect, and then when it reconnects, I'm gonna have a WPA handshake, that one. And right now I'm just gonna stop for a little bit, and then I'm just gonna like ls. You can see that I've captured all these Wi-Fi zero blah, Wi-Fi zero blah. And right now it's time to crack the password with air cracking. Air cracking. We put the Wi-Fi dot cap, and we put the word list, user share word list. I'm just gonna use John, and then I'm gonna press enter. It's gonna try and attempt to crack the password and attempt, and then boom, the key is now found. The password for the Wi-Fi hidden, is password. And right now all I have to do is to stop air morning, is to stop my Wi-Fi adapter, stop VLAN 0, and boom, monitor mode disabled. And right now all I have to do is to come here to my Wi-Fi. I can't see that Wi-Fi was it's hidden. I can't see it. I can't see it. Now I got the Wi-Fi password, and like I said, we're gonna now connect here to a hidden Wi-Fi network. We're just gonna copy this Wi-Fi hidden, and then gonna paste it there. The security is personal, and the password is password. And then we're gonna connect to the Wi-Fi. So it's gonna try to connect to it. Let's just be patient a little bit. And then now we are connected on the Wi-Fi, which is super good and quite interesting, which is a quite interesting thing to see. And all this time you'll be like, what the hey, what the hey, what the hey? I can't see the Wi-Fi, it's hidden. Mostly I observed that those people who put these security measures have got, they know that their Wi-Fi has got something like there's something wrong with it. Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know why. And most when you see that you are not witty, the Wi-Fi they just. But right now you can actually see that you are not safe even if you hide your Wi-Fi from those viewers. these people like me are actually gonna see it and do whatsoever they wanna do with it. So that was it for today, guys, and thank you for. And I hope you have learned something. I hope you have learned something interesting um, today about this Wi-Fi. So let me just try to connect to that hidden Wi-Fi with my phone. So it's going to be Wi-Fi hidden. This is spelling of hidden. Right? Just okay. It's capital letter W, I guess. It's capital letter W Wi-Fi hidden, and then the password is password like that, and the security is that. And then we wanna save it, and now you can see my phone is connecting, and boom, it's now connected to that Wi-Fi. Well, the reason why I failed earlier is because I had put small letters on the first one. So yeah, that was it, guys, and yeah, I think we just saw how we can do this. Thank you so much. Have a great journey in your cybersecurity. Lots of love from me.